Well,
All
thank you very
right.
much.
All right. Well, fantastic. Good morning, ZAB team. I tell you, I am fired up, and this presentation is going to fire you up today. So let's just start off by talking about ZAB. It's the ZAB Club, and in this club is where you can park your XRP and still make money off of it. So, first of all, let's get some housekeeping chores out of the way. Let's go to the next slide. And this slide is going to talk about our disclaimer. Okay, so everybody goes whack, 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 whack. Well, no, the disclaimer is here for a reason. We know that anytime you're dealing with a cryptocurrency, there are calculated risks. And so just consider this as not financial advice, but that we're telling you to move with caution, move with care, because we know that we can't guarantee the future, but at least what we can do as a company ourselves is tell you everything that you're going to do. Look at your exchanges, talk to your financial advisor, because we as a ZAB club are very committed to your success. So let's move on with this presentation today. If you're on fire, let's go to the next slide. If you're on fire, I want to see you put some fire emojis down there in the chat. So let's fire this thing up because we know that the top three crypto blockchains, there we go, Malik set it on fire. We know that Bitcoin is our asset coin. We know that Ethereum is our technology coin, but XRP is our banking coin, and it is the third largest on the blockchain. So if that doesn't make you hot and on fire, then nothing else will. So when we move on to our next slide, I want to talk to you about how XRP even came into existence. It was launched back in June of 2012 and is mainly used by the banks. And it has a market cap of 150 plus billion. Now, 150 plus billion. It was created to replace the SWIFT banking system. And as we know, XRP is a banking coin. So when we move on to our next slide and we talk about that, the key things that we want to remember on our next slide, we're going to talk about the opportunity that we have with XRP. As you see here, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO for XRP, started all this, launched back in 2012. So, Queenie, can we move to the next slide? All right. So when we talk about the SWIFT banking system, we know it's old, not quite as old as me, but it's okay. 52 years of having the same thing work the same slow way. It takes 1 to 5 days, it's very expensive, and it can be very confusing. But when we look at the new platform with XRP, it's on a blockchain technology, it moves fast, and it's pretty much virtually free. So it's very transparent. So when you start to compare these two, XRP is going to be the wave of the future. So as we go to the next slide, we know that if XRP takes over just 25% of the SWIFT network, that's 25%, very small amount. XRP will be and estimated to be $10,000. Now, if that doesn't set you on fire, I don't know what will. So if you understood what I just said, let's throw some ones in the chat below. Let me see how many's paying attention today, because I tell you, our goal with XRP and ZAB is to have it at least at $10. That's our goal. But if we take it at $10 and each of us are able to acquire 100,000 XRP, we will be a millionaire. So as you see here, Donald Trump is rubbing elbows with all of the CEO and the CLO of XRP. And you know, when Trump moves, money moves. So one of the things that we want to make sure that we do when we look at this is that we understand our goal, 1 million XRP. Next slide. So, How are we going to earn and make money without selling it? As you know, most people will buy XRP and let it sit on an exchange. And when they let it sit on that exchange, it's not doing anything other than sitting there. It reminds me of a commercial that said, long time ago, I think my money could be doing more. Well, with ZAB, it is. You can move your XRP to the ZAB platform. And on this platform, even though you're holding your XRP, the AI bot is trading for you. So you're still making money without selling it. So as we move on to the next slide, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to ZAB, the ZAB Club, where that you're able to make your XRP grow. Next, please. Now, this didn't just drop out of the blue. It actually came about by a brilliant, brilliant person that I had the opportunity to meet when I was in Barcelona, Dr. Jack Van Mueller. He's the founder of the XRP AI bot. And whenever we look at his knowledge at work, it is an XRP arbitrage trading system where it's based on a win-win model. That means that anytime there are multiple exchanges happening in real time, and we're able to reach across all of the blockchains, look at the lowest and sell high. And we look at direct price, even in the variations of XRP. It's rapid, it's automated, and it only does when trades. So if that doesn't give you fire, let's put some fire emojis down there in that comment, because whether you're at sleep or as Malik is out getting his car fixed, you're still earning. And you can earn up to 1% on your airdrops. And when we say up to 1%, what we're meaning is on those daily trades, based on the bot doing anywhere between 1 to 4 trades an hour, it actually is working on your behalf using your XRP, and it is given to you in airdrops. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the presentation. So as we move on, we know that if it is trading and you're able to actually, with your XRP that you've deposited and set on the platform, if your direct volume, your direct billing below you equals up to 2 times of your package or your investment, it goes sonic. So what does sonic mean? It means that once you have reached that on your sonic bar, you're able to earn 2% up to 2% as opposed to the 1%. So that means not only are you getting double your airdrops, your original deposit is still sitting there and it is making money while you sleep. So let's move on into how we get this started. Well, the first thing you have to do is when you register on the site and you're actually in, you have to purchase a package. So let's go through what each one of these packages are. There's the basic package, which is from 10 XRP up to 499. There's the eco package, which is 500 or better up to 2,000. There is the turbo package, which is 2,000 up to 5,000, which is the hyper packet. And then we have the tycoon packet, which is at 10,000 or more. Now, what does that mean? It means it all has varying benefits. And as you progress through the compensation plan, it's very simple to see, because what we do is whenever you purchase your package, there's just one standard activation fee, which is 1 XRP. And that 1 XRP, it doesn't matter if it's a basic package or a tycoon package, that is your standard fee. Now, when the bot is working, let's go to the next slide. So when the bot is working, it's actually trading for you. And the first process after you have purchased your bot is to activate your bot. Well, before, we had to do it every 70 hours. But the new changes, which is so exciting, is we only have to get that bot started once a week, and it doesn't matter what package level, but you do have to activate your packages every Tuesday starting December the 2nd. Now, once you purchase your package and you activate your package, there are three actually trading styles, and they each trade a little bit different. There's Alpha, Delta, and Omega. But the key thing is that regardless of which style you choose your bot to trade in, is still actively trading for you. And when it actively trades for you, you have an opportunity to make up to 30% of 70% of profit, and the bot will keep 30%. So over a period of time, you can actively make about 300% max profit. So let's go to the next slide. Now you're kind of wondering, okay, how does this work? Well, we know that we have automated payouts through smart contracts. And when we have that smart contract, it works for us to automatically do things in the background. So when you want to withdraw, there is a withdrawal fee, but at least everything is automated. And when we start to look at this, we want to make sure that you understand this is extremely important. We want to be sure that you meet compliance. If you move your money from ZAB, you want to make sure that you are moving it to a decentralized wallet. I cannot emphasize that enough. But the first time that you do move it, we do whitelist it, which means that we actually go through and make sure that it meets all of our compliance with our risk management team. And we always update, but just remember decentralized wallet. Now you can save on that fee because whenever you trade it, that 10% fee can be saved, and you can move it down to 8% by going into your back office. You can actually create a gift code, or you can do a P2P or a person-to-person transfer. So the system is made to work on your behalf so that you're not spending a lot of money in fees, unlike other organizations and other systems that are out there. You can save these fees. And by creating a gift code in your back office or just doing that P2P transfer, you're able to maximize your XRP volume. Next slide. So let's talk a little bit about the 4 active incomes, or the way that you make money on ZAB. We know that it is an affiliate-powered program and is an AI trading bot. But when we start to go to the next slide, we'll look at how you can actively make money in this system. Well, the very first way that you can make money, and I tell you, this is the best way because this is a uni-level marketing platform. So you want to build it wide as you can. And when you do that, every person that you sign in, you get 8% off of their package person purchase. So let's look at this. If I came in and I bought a package for 100 XRP, the person that sponsored me is actually going to get 8%, okay? 8% off of that package. If it's 1,000, still 8%. So 8 off of 100, 80 off of that. And when you start to look at those referral bonuses, that's the first way that you're able to make money in the platform. So when we go to the next, we look at the level, the team level. And when we start to look at level incomes, the key thing that you want to know is that when you're looking at level income, this comes directly from your direct recruits all the way up to 20 levels. We know that it's a uni-level platform. And so anything that you do as a direct sign up, you get. So if we look at the first couple of levels, if you have one direct sign up, you're going to look at level 1. It will go to the next level. When you have your second level open at a 500 XRP, when you go to 2,000, you go to 10 levels. And if you open up packages like or 10,000, you can go up to 20 levels. So when we start to look at that, you're able to capitalize off of the second level, 2% of your team, 1% for level 3, 4, 5, and 6. And when you start to get up to the higher levels, naturally the percentage is going to be a little bit lower. But if you're building this wide and deep, it starts to actually accumulate and it brings in excellent income for you in the form of XRP. Okay, next slide. So let's talk a little bit about the team bonus. Well, the team bonus talks about your ranking. When you start to look at your team bonus and you know that you are putting in the volume that you have and you've reached your rank, if you want to cash out that rank, it's paid at 6%. But the key thing is letting it accumulate so that whenever you do cash it out, it is paid at a higher amount of payout. For example, if you get to a diamond level and you have 100,000 XRP volume, your payout is going to be approximately 12% of that volume. And that is paid straight to you. So when you see that, that's a great thing. So let's give a hand for understanding how this team volume can bring you a lot of money. And you look at your XRP packages that you're doing, you look at the volume that's in your downlines and across your levels, and you're able to capitalize on that. And that goes straight to your commission wallet. So going to the next slide. Let's look at this because we know that not only if you signed in a person once, the new changes that this corporation has put together is referral bonuses. You get a direct bonus even if somebody signs in again and they reorders a package. It's a never-ending cycle. And if you actively work the program, you can earn up to 4% of your initial package purchase. So next slide. So let's talk a little bit about, especially for the new people on the call, welcome new people. Let's start with the fast start bonus. If within your first 30 days of joining, if you make the rank holder of Ruby or higher, there's some great fabulous gifts that are going to be giving. We're going to do for the Ruby, the Apple headphone, for the Sapphire, the iPhone, the Diamond, the 10-gram gold bar, the Black Diamond, the Rolex, and if you reach Crown Diamond, the Pentax. So just keeping that in mind that whenever you're doing this, there's great bonuses for you to start really quickly. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. And what I'd like to say is welcome to ZAB. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to meeting you all in Thailand. Take care.
Thank you very much, Queenie. Sorry, Robin Chamberlain. Wow.